What's up, folks? BillyGoat, and we're going to be answering the age-old question today. Should you work out when you are sore? I'm going to save you all the yapping, the rambling, the nonsense in which I'm about to spew out of my mouth, and if you just wanted a yes or no, should you go work out? Yeah, you should. Now, now, there's a lot of people who are going to be on this side of the spectrum. Yes, this is where you grow. And then there's going to be a lot of people who are on the spectrum of, no, save the body. You don't want to cause an injury. Well, I'm somewhere in the middle, and I believe somewhere in the middle is traditionally always the right answer. Now, should you work out when you are sore? We've already established that, yes, I believe that you should work out when you are sore. But, I don't know. Are you a beginner or are you advanced? How hard should you work out when you are sore? That's another good question. Are you a beginner? Are you advanced? How sore are you? If you're a beginner, and I mean beginner as in like you've been lifting for less than a year, working out for less than a year, then yeah, you should probably pull back a little bit. Now, I always believe that getting some kind of movement in is going to help that recovery process. It's going to make you feel a bit better. It's going to make your muscles not be as sore. It's going to allow that lactic acid to move around the body a bit more, if you know what I mean. DOMS usually sets in anywhere from 24 to like 72 hours, and it's traditionally the worst at like that 72-hour mark, 48-hour mark, somewhere in between there. It's traditionally the worst. So, if you're a beginner, remember that. Remember, DOMS sets in around that 24 to 72-hour mark. So you got to determine, is it just some delayed onset muscle soreness, and I'm just sore because I worked out, or did I hurt myself during that lift? Did I hurt myself? If you hurt yourself, you know what my opinions are. Work around the injury. Work around the injury. Now, if you're sore, I believe that you should still go work out, yes, but you don't want to get injured because you're sore. You get what I mean? And if you're a beginner, you're probably not conditioned enough to be able to just go and work out while you are sore and while you have lactic acid levels up through the roof and your body and your muscles are just aching. Now, so, what do I believe those people should do? Well, determine how sore are you. Are you so sore that your movement is disrupted? If so, maybe this day you should probably just use as like a walking and stretching day. Do a little bit of cardio, then stretch, and call it good. Now, if you don't think that's good enough, and that's usually traditionally going to be my thought processing is, that's not good enough. You want me to just stretch and do some cardio, like walk? As a beginner, that's going to be perfectly fine for you. That's going to be perfectly fine. But if you still believe that you should still go do some more, well, warm up a bit more than you traditionally would. Have even like, instead of just going right from your warm-up, say you warm up on the treadmill. Maybe use the weights as a get a working warm-up set-in, if that makes sense, a warm-up set-in. So, grab the bar, warm up say I'm working my shoulders, okay, we'll do some curls, do some push presses, do some raises, whatever you can do to get the blood into those muscles and get them moving around. That is going to allow them, that's going to allow the lactic acid to move. It's going to allow that DOMS to move away and at least subside for a little bit so that you can get through your workout. But again, I don't think that as a beginner you should be going balls to the wall, definitely if you have some soreness, because I'm going to drop a little story right here. Story time. One of my coaches had a tear in his shoulder, and he did not know about this tear. He went to jiu-jitsu thinking that his shoulders were just sore. He had a little bit of DOMS. Don't know how he could have had DOMS, because this was like literally less than 24 hours after his workout. But hey, DOMS can sit in on any moment for anyone. Everyone's body's a little bit different. So he went and worked out. He went and rolled a little bit. And the first roll, his bicep pops out, rolls up into his forearm, and now he's out. Now he can't roll with us anymore. So just be a little careful. Just be a little careful, because this guy's advanced. He's advanced. And he still got injured, you know? So I believe, like, warming up. Warm up, and listen to the freaking body. That is the answer. That's the answer. Honestly, if you want to know the answer, listen to the body. That's what all of this is going to end up being. Me yapping. It's just me telling you how to listen to the body a bit more. So once you get through your warm up, now you're through your warm up. You got your shoulders ready. You got your biceps ready. You got the blood flowing through the body. Your veins are popping, and you're still sore. You're still extremely sore, and your movement hasn't changed at all. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, you probably shouldn't push through that workout. You shouldn't. And that's not the advanced guy. I'm not talking about the advanced guy. I'm talking about this beginner. The beginner. Why do I say that? Because so many times people try to push through because they had that coach who told them that pain is just weakness leaving the body. Well, that's not very accurate to the fullest extent. Well, yeah, pain is kind of weakness leaving the body, but not really. Not really. No pain, no gain. That doesn't correlate together as much as people say it does. It really doesn't. I've had so many clients who have come to me and they've been like, listen, I want to get into great shape, but I am here. And I've had trainers who have pushed me so hard where I'm kind of afraid to work out. Like, I really don't want to ever work out again. I've busted my knees, busted my shoulders, I've busted my ribs, my ankles. I don't want to work out again. Can you help me? And, of course, we get them through the process. I believe as a beginner, your workouts shouldn't really leave you too sore. After about that first month, you can start getting sore. I mean, you should know you worked out, but you shouldn't be so sore to where it's a struggle to get up out of bed. If you did, you went too far. Now, my advanced people, yes, go freaking work out. Go work out. Warm up a bit longer. Same things I told them. Warm up a bit longer. Again, listen to the body. You should already know how to listen to the body if you're advanced. You should. But you really do, again, want to protect yourself from an injury. If there is soreness in the body, that means that the body is trying to recover from something of some kind. There is pain. It is trying to tell you something. So just listen to it. Listen to it. Now, sometimes you're gonna have to be a little bit tougher than you want to be. But if you can't squat, you like literally can't squat down with no weight on you, why do you think it would be a good idea to go squat with weight on your back? That's a back injury, that's a knee injury, that's an ankle injury, it's some kind of injury waiting to happen. So, should you work out when sore? Yes, you should. But these are the weeks that you use, or the days, because I don't believe in a full deload week. I believe in deload days. These are the days that you should be deloading. What does that mean? Going a little bit lighter than you traditionally would. Warm up for longer, lift for lighter, and then be done. If the stretching and cardio wasn't good enough for you. I'm just saying, there's a lot of people out there who don't believe that the stretching, cardio, and call it a nutrition day is good enough for them. There are. I'm one of those people. I'm not going to just go skip my lift just because I'm sore. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work around it. If my upper body is absolutely terrible and I can't bend my shoulders, can't lift my arms, well, I'm going to still do some kind of upper body workout. It's just going to be very light there. And then I'm going to more focus on the lower body. More focus on the lower body, less focus on the upper body, and then vice versa. If my legs were sore, I'd focus more on my upper body and less on my lower body. And I do a full body workout multiple times a week. So it gives me the opportunity to kind of play with my workout however I want to play with it, you know? So rounding back off, I'm sore. Should I work out? Well, is it DOMS or is it an injury? If it's an injury, yeah, you should still work out. If it's DOMS, yeah, you should still work out. We just kind of have to determine which one it is. If it's an injury, completely work around that body part. Only work the side that is not injured. Do not work out the area in which is injured. It's not going to improve it just by going and lifting on the side in which you're injured on, or in the spot you're injured on. Now, if you're sore, if it's just soreness, again, yes, you should go work out. I believe it should probably be like a mobility and cardio day, but hey, who am I to tell you not to go lift? If you decide you still want to go lift, I would recommend warming up for longer. If you go walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes, you should walk on the treadmill for 15 minutes. If your warm-up sets, you don't do them, because I know a lot of people who don't do warm-up sets. Well, you should do a warm-up set that day. Get the bar, move it around, and I literally mean just the bar. Once you're done with the bar, add just a little bit of weight, warm up again, see how you feel. And these are the days that you should really slowly work your way up to your working set. Maybe only 1 or 2 working sets that day, and then get the heck out of there. Get the heck out of there. You got some muscle stimulation. You're not going to regress, so you're good. But if you're sore, you do have to be careful. Your body is telling you something. It is. Now, should you just lay in bed that day? Netflix and chill it? No, not what I'm saying. Definitely not what I'm saying, as some kind of movement is going to move that lactic acid around. Some kind of movement is going to move that blood around, in which we all know more blood flow. What does it mean? More recovery. So, don't be lazy. Don't look for ways to get out of the gym, but also do not scare yourself into exercise, or away from exercise, my bad. Don't scare yourself with exercise, folks. Like, I literally watch trainers on a daily basis either not work the clients out hard enough, or try to literally break their clients. There is a perfect medium, just like there's a perfect medium with anything in life. I have no idea. If you never drink a milkshake, you know how boring of a life that is? But if you drink milkshakes every day, you know how fat you're going to be? There's like a perfect medium there. Perfect medium. Everything comes with moderation is key to just about everything in life. And folks, if you are sore, well, you should probably moderately exercise that day. Probably shouldn't go to like a zone 3, level 3, level 4 intensity. You should probably keep it into that level 1 intensity, level 2 intensity when you are sore. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people will say lay in bed that day. I know a lot of people will say this is where you're going to get stronger. These are the days that build you. I'm somewhere in the middle. If you're a beginner, take it nice and light that day. Maybe only stretch and do some cardio. If you're advanced, have at it. Have freaking at it. But just remember, your body is sore for a reason. Delayed onset muscle soreness does indeed set in 48 to 72 hours later. So it could be that. It could be. But just in case if it's not, let's warm up. And let's warm up some more and warm up some more. And only get a few working sets in and get the heck out of there. And when I say sore, folks, I mean I genuinely mean sore. I don't mean you worked out the day before. But I mean like sore. And you that's, again, listening to the body. Listen to the body. If you're having trouble with movements, maybe you shouldn't try to do those movements with weight applied to them. You know what I mean? Like if I'm standing up and it hurts to stand back up off of the couch, you think that a back squat's gonna do you justice? No, probably not the best idea. So, somewhere in the middle, that's where you're gonna find 90% of my information in life is going to be somewhere in the middle. somewhere in the middle this person's right, somewhere in the middle this person's wrong, and we're going to come together and we're going to find out who is right. And I believe that yes, there's never a reason to there's never a reason to ever just take a day off of exercise. There's always you always can get some form of exercise in, but stretching and doing some cardio, that is exercise at the end of the day. So, folks, listen to your freaking body. That's all I can really say about this. At the end of the day, I could have made this what is probably going to end up being a 10 to 15 minute video into like a 5-minute video of saying, or a 30-second video of me saying, should you be working out when sore? Yes. Listen to the body, though. Don't go balls to the wall that day. I probably could have. But you know what, folks? That's not what we do around here. We yap. And we yap a lot. And we're going to keep yapping until y'all understand that, yes, go work out when you are sore, but just be smart about it. Don't be a dum-dum. Don't go do freaking jumping deadlifts that day. Here, we're going to work on explosion today, guys. You're sore. I just want y'all to be sore. I want to break y'all. You know what I mean? No, that's not how I believe. That's not what I believe. That's not how I think things work. If you're sore, there's a reason why you're sore. I don't think that you should just lay in bed because you are sore. You should get some movement in. But folks, we're just saying the same thing over and over and over again. Pretty much, go work out. Even if you're sore. Just be careful. You get what I'm saying, folks? With that being said, I'm going to dip set on out of here. Deuces, folks. Until next time, BillyGoat flippin' loves you.